I was scrolling Pinterest as an intellectual does, and I found this beautiful songbook page. It's The Lakes by Taylor Swift, and her lyrics are arranged as if it were a page from a book. And I remembered that I'd seen something similar years ago, and I actually ended up making my own. This was Ultraviolence by Lana Del Rey, and I just kind of made it into like this little booklet, and I thought, what if I showed y'all how to do it? So today that's what I'm going to be teaching you how to do. So let's get into the video. If you know me, you know we're making this in Canva. Feel free to use any design platform that you like. I just prefer Canva because I'm a simple human and this works for me. So first we're just going to start with our US letterhead template. Make sure you do landscape because you want this to be as if it were an open Facebook. So then we go onto our page, and I want to make this look, I guess, like real paper. So I just typed in paper looking for a graphic. I am on the Canva Pro plan, but their free plan has a lot of cool graphics as well. Some of the elements I will be using are some of the paid ones, and they're not that expensive. They're usually just like $1 or $2. If you're interested in using a pro element for free, I do have a link in my description that you can check out. And so the song I chose for this project is Holocene by Zeladay and Ways Blood. So I literally just looked up the lyrics and copy and pasted them, but I just reformatted them. So instead of being broken up into stanzas, I started making them sort of like sentences. I put a lot of commas in between things and put periods, and then just started formatting the words to look like an actual paragraph. As you can see, for some reason their lyric page wanted a link onto certain words, so I had to just delete it and type the words out so I wouldn't have anything linked to it because I don't like how that looks. But that is kind of what I did there. And then once I got all my words on there, I just played with it a little bit to make sure I could fit it properly. And one thing I will know, it's as I change the font, it does mess with the sizing a little bit, so just know that you're gonna have to play around with it a while. And I was so proud of me for actually finding this font quickly because I take forever to choose fonts for literally anything. And I'm also like showing you the sped up process of this because this actually took me way longer than it looks, so do be mindful of that. Once I had my lyrics formatted in a way that I like, I decided to start adding some elements in. So I wanted things that were like naturey, and the song just reminds me of like being camping in like Colorado. Not that I've ever been camping in Colorado, but that's just the vibe this gives me. So I was like, okay, what are things I would find in nature? What are things that I would find in the mountains? But I wanted it to feel lived in, I guess is the better word for it. So I just looked for little elements that would kind of reflect that and then just position them all across my page. But as you can see, this is actually a really simple project. I guess if I were to break it down into like 3 steps, what you really need to do is find a song you like, find a background you like, format your lyrics in an aesthetic little way, use fonts that you like, make it look bookish, so make sure to format paragraphs correctly, and then find aesthetic graphics that fit your theme. So again, this is actually a really simple process. It just takes me forever because I take forever to do things, but this is just some more footage of me fighting with the graphics, trying to decide which ones I wanted on there. But I am really happy with the ones I ended up choosing, and of course I did end up changing a few. While I'm finishing this up, I did want to add in that whenever you are done with your design, if you go up to the top of the page where it says share, click on that button and that will give you all your different download options. So you can download this as a PDF, a JPEG, or whatever format you would like. You can download it as a video or whatever you need. So then that way, whenever you're done with it, you can choose to display your project however you'd like. The finished version, as you can see, I changed a little bit more things. I decided to add a little clock because the song mentions time a lot. So like I said, put in elements that some of the lyrics may mention or resemble. So I put in a little clock. I also wanted to just add a little more art, so I ended up adding this watercolor background. And then I didn't like the key I originally had, so I changed the key and reformatted some of the words just so it would flow better. And I'm really happy with my end result. I feel like it captures the mood of the song perfectly, and I will link the song down below so y'all can listen to it as well. That's basically how you do it. This took me around like 30 minutes, so it doesn't really take that long of a time to do, and I think it's just a really cool and fun project. So you can use this as a wallpaper, you can print it out and use it as wall decor. I've actually done that before. You could even gift it to a friend, like somebody who you're like, oh hey, this song reminds me of ice, and like put in little elements that own like why this song reminds you of them. I think that'd be super cute. Maybe we can do another tutorial doing that. But yeah, basically that's just this cute little fun project. I'm gonna link mine in the description as well. If you want to download it off Canva, feel free, or if you just want to use it as inspiration for your own project, that will be available there as well. And that's going to be it for today. Let me know if y'all have any questions about any part of this process, and let me know what else y'all would like to see from me. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.